Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Langrisser Mobile, a tactical RPG mobile game developed by Z-Long Games. This is one of the most hyped mobile games coming out this year, and there's a good reason for that. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a quick introduction of Langrisser Mobile and kind of go through the gameplay and anything else that I think that makes Langrisser Mobile really great. The first thing I want to talk about is the aesthetics. When you jump into this game, you can clearly see right away the high budget behind this game. The hero arts are absolutely amazing. The arts are beautiful and they're also animated a little bit, so that's a nice little touch. There are even skins in this game for most of the high rarity heroes, and even they look amazing. Secondly, storylines and all the characters are fully voice acted by some of the top voice actors and actresses. Not only are they voice acted in English, but you also have the option to switch it to Japanese while keeping the English text. I know that's an option that many people really like in their Japanese developed mobile games. Even the music in this game sounds really awesome, which isn't surprising because it is orchestrated by a well-known music director from Japan. Let me give you guys a quick demo of the music and the voice acting from some of the heroes, as well as some of the story, to give you guys a taste of how well all the audio related things are in this game. Be sure to keep in mind that the gameplay shown in the video is from an early access copy, so some of the translations aren't finished yet. This is something that will get fixed in the fully released game, and it will constantly continue to get polished by the developers to ensure great quality.
無論そのつもりだ。女性をさらうような不名誉に加え、無抵抗な村人まで殺すような恥を犯すわけにはいかぬ。わかりました。では、ついていきましょう。I come with you. Can you promise me to spare the villagers?
These are my thoughts exactly. Kidnapping a lady and killing unarmed villagers are shameful acts. However, if people want to fight against us, there is only one fate awaiting them. Death.
I understand. I will go with you.
Thank you.
その口の利き方、どうか後悔しないように。
このように世の手に入らないものは存在しない。
カルサス第一皮膚。皆の憧れの的ですが、私にはその名で呼ばれる力がある。
命さえも捨てる戦いか。それは魔剣と暗黒の力に抵抗する時だ。
Where did you get the guts to speak to me like that? Don't regret it in the future.
Don't be disrespectful in front of me.
The best flyer of Kalzath. Although it is just praise from the people, I can definitely live up to this reputation.
If you just battle with anger and hatred, nothing will change. However, if you lose your cool, you may lose even if you win.
Alright, so now let's get into the most important and interesting element, which is the gameplay. Like I said earlier, Langrisser is a tactical RPG game. It's a strategy game and it's advertised as chess-like, which is very fitting. When you head into battle, you start off at the preparation phase. The prep phase is where you study these huge battle maps for any enemy weaknesses or terrain advantages that you can find, so that when you deploy your heroes, then you have a much easier time dismantling and wiping out the opposing team. This game does have a weapon triangle system that's commonly seen in other similar type of mobile games. It's called a priority system and it's very easy to understand. If you aren't familiar with it, then that's okay, because Langrisser Mobile does a great job at making the priority system very visible and easy to understand during the preparation phase. It's located at the top left of the screen and you can click on it to enlarge the image. Once you click on it, you can see that infantry is advantageous versus lance, lance beats cavalry, and cavalry beats infantry, holy beats demon, archer beats flyer. Then you have the neutral types, which are aquatic, mages, and assassin. And yeah, there's a lot of weapon classes in this game, as you can clearly tell. Anyways, the concept is real simple. Let's use this gameplay in the background as an example. There was 3 infantry and 2 cavaliers on the enemy team, so I needed to deploy heroes to counter those guys. I deployed Leon as my only cavalier because I thought he was strong enough to take care of the 3 infantry enemies. Then I deployed 2 lancer heroes to take care of the 2 cavalry enemies, and I have a mage to add some magic damage and a healer because Leon is gonna need some heals for him to 1v3. So then basically in battle, I would just use the hero against the enemy that has a disadvantageous matchup. For example, I would use my cavalry against infantry, and I would use my lancers against their cavalries. Using the priority system will be the core mechanic in battles, but the battles aren't just that simple. Heroes have talents and skills, so the gameplay is much deeper than you think. Let me show you a small glimpse of strategy and how important cohesive teams are in this game. So right here, my mage was in range of this cavalry enemy that my lancer couldn't finish off. The enemy was really low, but everyone on my team had already used up their turn. So on the enemy turn, the cavalier foe goes for my mage because she's very weak to physical attacks due to her low defense stat. Thankfully, my lancer was able to tank the attack for her because he has a passive ability called Protect that lets him tank attacks for nearby allies. Normally, she would have took a lot of damage from the cavalier foe, but since my lancer was there, he ended up tanking the hit for her and took out the cavalier foe. That's like one of the most basic strats that you can do in this game, but it shows that cohesive team comp and knowing what each of your heroes can do in terms of talents and skills is very important for winning battles. Strategies will become more in-depth once you reach higher levels, and it's extremely important to implement strategy into your gameplay, especially in player versus player arena, which I'll talk more about arena a little bit later in the video. Now let's talk about the one mechanic that I am most interested in, which is the hero evolution or promotion system. Every hero when summoned starts out as a newbie or starter class. They don't get to stay at that starting class forever though. You can obtain upgrade materials from certain events and use those materials to essentially promote or upgrade your heroes into a better class. The promotion is different for each hero, so you gotta go to their details to find out what potential classes that they can be promoted to. I'm excited about this mechanic because it adds more depth into the gameplay. These classes do different things, so this system gives you more customization options for your heroes so that you can build a team that really fits your style and with the rest of the heroes in your squad. Also, another great thing about the promotion system is that heroes have the option to upgrade into different weapon types. They don't always have to stay as their starting type. For example, I really want Luna. She's one of the heroes that I really want in the fully released game. However, I'm not a big fan of flyer types, and guess what? She's a flyer. But thanks to the promotion system, I can turn her from a Pegasus Knight into a Bow Knight, then into a Bow Master. I'm not forced to go down the Pegasus Master tree. I think that's really cool, and I think players will really appreciate this promotion system. Okay, so let me show you the world. This is the home screen, and this is where you move around to complete story chapters. I'm not entirely sure how many chapters there are currently. I think it's about somewhere in between 20 to 30, with the addition of more chapters getting added later on. The current story will take you a while to complete since one of the chapters recommends a level 50 team. Take your time with the story because I hear that the story is actually pretty darn good. So there's that. Now let's check out some of the other tabs that you see on the bottom and right side of the screen. I'm not going to go through all of them because some of them are pretty self-explanatory, so I'm only going to show you the interesting ones. I cannot introduce a gacha game without mentioning the summoning system. Langrisser has 3 separate types of summon categories. You have the hero summon, equipment summon, and friendship voucher summon. These 3 are just the base gacha banners. There's going to be more banners that will have different focus heroes when the game is released, so keep that in mind. When you summon, you have the option to do single or 10 times summons. If you save up your summon currency, then you can do a 10 times summon and you are guaranteed a SR hero or 2 SR equipments depending on which banner you summon from, and a SR rarity is basically the second highest rarity in this game. Friendship voucher summon is where you summon low rarity heroes and equipment by using friendship vouchers. I'm not really sure how you get these friendship vouchers right now, but they are probably most likely really easy to obtain. It most likely has to do something with you using your friend's hero or your friends using your hero in battle. There's a guild system in this game which is fantastic. I love when games have guild systems because friend or player interaction is one of the best things a mobile game can offer. I couldn't do much in the guild with the early access Langrisser copy that I got, but it's something that you and your friends can look forward to. A lot of the modes in this game are ranked, so maybe guilds are associated with that in some way. I know that the boss events in this game are apparently played in real time with friends, so that's probably something that the guild is used for as well. Langrisser has an arena mode. There's actually two types of arenas. There's the regular arena and then there's world arena. Let me cover the regular arena first. This arena is player versus AI, but the AI is using another player's team. You basically just pick one of the 3 player options on the screen and you battle their defense formation. If you win, then you'll accumulate points and flags that will reward you with useful items. The ability to customize your defense formation for other players to play against you is pretty cool. You can only deploy 5 heroes at a time and you can place them on the map however you like on the 3x3 green plane. Then here's where it becomes a little bit more strategic. You have the option to change your defense team's attack order, and this opens a lot of strategic possibilities. For example, maybe a certain hero has a debuffing skill that you would like to be used first, so you would place that hero ahead of everyone else in the attack sequence in order for the rest of the team to take advantage of that debuff. You know, you can do things like that. Next is map change. You have 3 map options available and it seems like the map options will rotate out every week. This adds another layer of strategy because every map has different terrain that caters towards specific classes. Some maps have choke points like this boat map. A strat that you can do here is maybe bring 2 tanks, 2 ranged, and a healer. Set the tanks first in line in the attack sequence so that they can block the bridge right away while your ranged heroes attack from behind. Anyways, there's this green plain map with some trees. It's a little bit more basic compared to the boat. Then lastly, here's a castle map which also has 2 choke points, but it's not as open as the boat map, so it's less flyer friendly. These are just 3 map examples and there's probably a lot more of them in the full game. The last defense option is defense rules. You can actually set the win rule for your opponent. There's confrontation, which forces your opponent to eliminate all enemies. Hold your ground, repel more than 2 enemies within 5 turns. Then army assault, repel 2 enemies first. So yeah, that's regular arena all summed up. Now let's check out the other one, which is world arena. World arena is way different than regular arena. Regular arena is player versus AI. World arena is real-time player versus player, and what that means is that you're actually playing against a real player. There's casual and ranked mode, tiers, rankings, and even a battle report log so you can check your past results. This is going to be a great mode for all you competitive players out there. It's still probably good for non-competitive players as well since there's a casual mode. Time Rift is a really interesting and cool mode. This is a mode that has all these important battles that were taken from the original Langrisser games and remade. If you aren't aware, Langrisser is actually a series of games that were developed back in the 90s. It was a fairly popular tactical RPG game in the East, but not so much in the West since the only Langrisser game that was ever officially translated was the first one. With that being said, most of you guys probably never played any of the previous Langrisser games, so you might not care too much about this Time Rift mode. However, if you did play the previous Langrisser games, then you will really appreciate this mode since it brings a lot of nostalgia. Well, I guess if you are new to the Langrisser series, then Time Rift might be a good handy little game mode to give you a bit of background and story from the original games. And that's going to be it for my introduction to Langrisser Mobile. I would highly recommend trying it out. I've played it 2 times now, once during the beta and second with an early access copy. I had a lot of fun playing it both times and I look forward to playing it when it's fully released. If you are into strategy, tactical, and any game that requires team building with a lot of character customization options, then Langrisser is the game for you. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.